So very excitingly, my new set of Polychromos has arrived, the 20 new colours. So I thought I'd do a quick swatching, which is something I don't always do, but I thought I'd give it a go. Here we are. This is the tin with these 20 new colours. Looking very pretty. I mean, I have to say, I'm not 100% sure where I'm going to use quite a few of these colours. I'm loving the look of the reds and the oranges. I'm really liking the look of these ones, these sort of 6 at the end. I think these are going to be really, really useful. I think I'm just going to have to see what happens, find a reference photo to use and just see what happens basically. So I thought I'd swatch them all out, and I've got my little swatch area already created here, which is very exciting. And we're going to start with the Arylide Yellow 202, which is sort of like it's a greeny yellow. So I'm just going to come into here. I'm going to use sort of like a medium-y hard pressure in there. I'm just using a sketchbook with hot press paper in, but quite nice. There's definitely a little bit of sort of green in there. Next, I'm going to use the Lazadite Green 204. Again, it's a really nice green actually. Not that I use greens very often, but it's quite a nice one actually. Rather than using sort of like a May green or the spring green, which are really very yellowy, this one is actually sort of, I quite like this. They're quite similar, but really nice colour. Next in the box we have Golden Ochre 285. Sort of like an orangey colour, but if it's an ochre then there's definitely going to be sort of some browniness in there. I can see this being really very, very, very useful for animals, chestnut horses, bay horses, that kind of thing. Maybe something in eyes. It's almost like a mix between like a burnt ochre and a light yellow ochre. There's sort of like a, you know, if you were to sort of mix them. So I quite like that. Next we have Red Jasper 266, I think. Red Jasper. I don't normally go with the oh, and this is a really nice one as well. Now this reminds me of of another brand's orange. This looks really quite nice. A little bit sort of sanguine, but we've got a little bit more brown in there. That looks really, really nice. The next one, another orangey colour, is, gosh, honestly, I'm getting so old. What is this called? Perignon Orange. Perignon Orange 210. Nice, I like it. There's a little bit of pinkiness going on in there. Yeah, quite like that. So far these three I think are gorgeous, but I don't really use greens an awful lot, so you know I'm likely to love the sort of the warmer colours really. This one is Pyrrole Red 211. Again, this is quite nice. I think it's got a little bit of a pinkiness to it. Very nice. Yeah, I like this. I can see me using these definitely in my animal portraits. Absolutely. Next we have, now I'm a little bit disappointed with this because I just feel if you're going to bring 20 new colours out, just make sure they're all light fast. But this one's only got 1 star and a really weird name. This is gosh, Quinacridone Magenta. And it's a really pretty colour, but only being 1 star, I'm just not sure that I would even attempt to use it, to be honest. Which is a shame because it's a nice colour. So there we go. We then have Treon Purple 339. Nicely 3 stars again. So I can definitely see me using this in shadows on those sort of orangey animals, bay horses, chestnut horses, tan dogs, that kind of thing. I think this is really nice. Next we have Dark Ultramarine Dark Ultramarine Violet, 350. And this is a 2-star as well, so really, really nice colour. But again, you know, it's nice to have them as light fast as possible. This one is, gosh, Fra Angelico Blue. Fra Angelico Blue, 150. Nice, sort of almost a mix of phthalo and sort of like an ultramarine, really, but that's good. That's a nice blue, is that. Next we have, and I'm quite excited about this because we don't have a really, really pale blue. Aquamarine Blue, 348. This one's really pale. And I think, oh, this is nice actually, used for those sort of like icy colours. Quite nice in those sort of black animals, that kind of thing, rather than using like a cold grey. Then we have, quite like this one as well, green jasper, which is 251. This is a really pretty colour too. Here, quite like that. I'm not sure what I'm going to try to find a reference photo that I can use all of these. This is Bohemian Green Earth, 372. Quite nice, I like that. It's earthy. You know, it's got sort of like a little bit of just sort of like a touch of sort of black browniness in there. I quite like that. And then we have slate green, which again, quite an interesting colour. More on the surface, it looks like a warm grey too. And on the paper, it looks like a warm grey too. A little bit more greeniness in there, but actually, I think we've got to be careful not to sort of go, oh, I can't use a green. This is definitely a grey that I would use, and I think would be really nice because there is a touch of colour in there. So I do quite like that. Then we come into the lighter colours, these pinky colours. This one is light zircon red, 216. Nice, again, quite earthy. I like that. I can see me using that in my animals. We have then got Thulite Reddish. Thulite? I'm probably pronouncing all of these wrong. 213. Again, nice, very similar to the last one, but just a sort of like a little bit more, there's a little bit more red in there. That's a little bit cooler, but nice again. I can really see this almost like those sort of, you know, the animals like the golden retrievers and stuff like that, where you're like, is it yellow, is it orange, is it pink, what is it? I think this could be quite nice. And also for skin tones. This one is Thulite Yellowish, 215. So that one was reddish, this one is yellowish. Oops. Again, really, really nice for certain skin tones. You can see it's sort of a little bit stronger, but I like that. And then this one is Thulite Brownish. So I think these are sort of some, definitely there's some skin tony things. This I really like. This I really do like. It is sort of like a little bit of a beigey colour with that sort of pink, the pink undertone. I think this can be really, really useful. Then we have Amethyst Grey, which is a really nice colour. And this again is going to be awesome for those shadows on those sort of orangey coloured animals. You know, thinking about complementary colours, that kind of thing. And then the last one is Serpentine Grey, 237. Looks quite a cool grey. Oh, and it's broken. I won't go too heavily with this one. But this is sort of like a cool grey, but with just a little bit more of an actual blue in it. Quite a nice sort of slaty Yorkshire sky day sort of blue colour, I think, in there. So some really nice colours actually. I am quite surprised because I'm disappointed in this one because it's only a 1 star. And this one as well because it's a 2 star, but hey, I really think that I'm going to be able to get a lot out of these three. I think I'm going to get a lot out of probably here to here actually as well. I think, you know, I'm going to be able to use those in my animal drawings quite a lot. I don't often use greens, but obviously for backgrounds, birds, all of that kind of stuff, I think these are going to be really, really useful. But yeah, I'm liking these. I'm liking these a lot, and I'm liking these. I think these are going to be really, really, really helpful. So the ones that I think I'm going to be rating are the Golden Ochre. This one's the Golden Ochre, which is 285. The Red Jasper. I like this one, 286, I think. I do like that one a lot. I think that's going to be really, really, really useful. This orange, I love a bright colour, so this is Perrine Orange, this one. And that red, which is the Pyrola red, this one I think is going to be really cool as well. And then, I mean, you know, blues and greens, I like blues and greens. I'm thinking from here on. So that one is, this one is Slate Green, which I see as more sort of like a warm grey, but there's a little bit more colour in it, which I really like. Then we've got the Light Zircon Red, which I think, again, is a nice addition. Then we've got Thulite Reddish. And then we've got Thulite Yellowish, I think was this one. Yeah, Thulite Yellowish, this one. And then we've got Thulite Brownish, this one. I think these are all going to be really, really, really useful. And then these two are going to be great in the shadows, I think. So, yeah. I'm excited to try these, actually. I want to try and find a reference photo where I can use them all together. Not quite sure what it's going to be, but maybe I draw some stones or something, do them all in those colours. But yeah, I'm quietly surprised. I'm quietly excited, and I think these sort of skin tony ones and these ones that are going to go into the shadows, I think are going to be really, really useful, and I'm loving these three up here.